stuck on her shoe and she was trying to get it off and it stick to the other one and she was just like, and she didn't want to touch it.
You're like hold on the chair like you're on a Dollywood ride?
Yes. Buckled up.
Yeah, she's like,
all right.
she's on Big Bears.
So I'm going to do a little different with her. We're going to lengthen a little bit first.
Okay.
And so we're going to come still straight middle. So projection is here, lengthening is here. We're going to take some Volux. So you're going to put about a 0.2 here. Then right about here, you'll be putting like a 0.15, then maybe a 0.1, okay? And that's where we're going to start. And then we're going to project and see what we get. And we're just going to keep working and see what we got.
So since I'm kind of coming up this way, would I do bevel up?
It doesn't matter. And you're coming in at this angle.
Okay.
Pinching down at this angle, okay?
I'm getting a chin.
You're going to have a pretty chin.
Don't get me a chin.
That's right.
Okay.
Your chin's already quivering and we haven't done anything to you.
I know. I'm sorry. I handle my nerves poorly.
If you need us to stop at
This
these
angle?
angles, let us know.
Yep, just sort of right. Stick. Yep. And you always want to make sure you're hitting that periosteum because if you go below it and you inject it, you're going to have a double chin. And you don't want to do that to anybody. Nobody's happy if we do that. And then pinch down. I used to use more than I do now. People want cool sculpting so much quicker and then just cheaper. Yeah, great results.
Good. It doesn't hurt.
And how much did you say
How much
total
pinching
here?
down? Go with a 0.2.
Ooh,
It feels so weird on my fingers.
it sounds weird.
Okay. Good. And then I want you to come here with about a 0.15 aspirating. And then we'll mold
And I'm
everything.
also doing like this.
Yep, you want to pinch, come in with about a 0.15 at the same angle. Yep, and so we're just, it wanted to run just a little bit this way, so we'll fix it. It's no big deal. So you want to come down below. There you go. And a 1.15. So go to the 0.65. Keep going. Good.
And then 0.5 here.
0.1.
Oh, 0.1. And this angle.
We'll switch your needle out.
It bent as I was.
Yeah, let me go ahead and switch that out. We don't want to break a needle on somebody's face.
Right.
Not today, anyways.
Thank you.
And then as you inject, just kind of pie crust it, so pinch it really tight so it creates that nice tight jawline. There you go. Good. All right, now come to Now come to this side, and you're going to see what you need to do when you get to this side. So you're going to come. You see where it's a little off. So I would come in a little bit closer, just right here, and I'd probably put a 0.2 instead of a 0.15. And the chins will do that, and a lot of it has to do with how we're holding the needle. I mean, just the slightest bit angle that's going to shoot to that side. So it's really hard. You just got to really focus on being very straight when you hold it. And when we're standing beside somebody, it's hard. Sometimes I'll even put the foot down so I can get right in front of them and literally straddle them when I'm injecting the chin. And we'll get some of that. And now you're going to come right out here with about a 0.15. A little bit more than a 1.5, but that's okay. You can smush it in. It's pretty forgiving.
Yeah, I was actually really impressed with how moldable Volux was when they did my face.
Yeah, I'd come in between there with a little one.
Just like a little
Yeah, you see that?
0.2-ish.
Or 0.1.
0.1.
Yeah, a little dab will do you with Volux, that's the thing. And so you want to be really careful with Volux, watching your volumes. Like if you say 0.1, you don't want to go to 0.15, it really shows. And we just saw that right there. And if that looks white after, a week, then you can always dissolve a little bit of it. There you go, now just, there we go. Good, that's a lot better. Now I want you to pinch, come straight in, put what you have left just straight here, and then we'll kind of look and see what we need to do. The whole kit and caboodle. And you want to be very, very straight. So pinch this way because you want to project out.
Will you turn your head towards me?
And being right-handed, it might be easier to come to this side to do it. Cutting it down, or you're going to get in the mouth. You want to be right down.
Right, Sarah?
Kind of, and then pinch. Oh, I'm sorry. You're fine. Pinch it so that it doesn't go flowing anywhere. And we might put a little volume a little higher than that.
And how much bolus are you doing there on her?
0.3.
3.
Mm-hmm.
And you did 1 on the ends and 1.5 in the center? Or?
We did 2, 1.5, 1.
Oh, okay.
See how that's already projecting that chin out?
Yeah.
I see your chin.
It's looking pretty.
Oh,
Look straight ahead of me.
I was like, I'm doing mine.
I think the chin shadow looks good too. I'm already saying.
And I would take like one Voluma and then fan on half and half on each side just to blend it in. And I think for her today, just because of how sore Volux makes you in the chin, I think that that's enough. You'll notice it when you're talking and when you chew for a few days. And tonight, tomorrow, my husband's a big wimp, and so he whines about everything. And I did he and my office manager with Volux, and she called me, she goes, "That hurts." I said, "John's been complaining." She goes, "This time he means it," because we all know he's a wimp. So.
Bree, that allergen trainer, she said, she's telling my clients, they've been on liquid diet for 3 days, and I was kind of like, okay.
I don't think it's quite that bad, but it's.
When I got mine done.
Were you?
Yes, I was freaking on liquid diet. I think I lost like 5 pounds.
You won't be able to like open your mouth and bite a sandwich or anything like that. You have to take pinches off of things.
And when you brush your teeth, I was
Dual
like,
Yeah.
action.
Yeah.
Weight loss and
Yeah.
chin growth.
okay. So I know we were drawing lines.
So
before,
start
kinda
from
starting.
midline here, and you're going to run here, and then you're going to run here. Now, sometimes you'll see older patients, especially that have and she's got a little of the fat. She's not older, but this little fat in here, you'll really see it in older patients where it almost looks like a drapery. You don't ever want to put filler in there, so you want to stay under it. So that's kind of how I would do her, is just stay under that and then come across it. It's a blend it in.
All right, turn your head this way forward, please. Thank you. And
I've got chicken scratch everywhere, so
no,
just come in and
you're
just
fine. I was just-
1, 2, 3, just stay out of that.
Just laying just a nice even thread, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. And we don't want any right there. There we go.
Do I hold this like I hold a cannula?
I hold it like a needle.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to do, was do it like a cannula too.
And you don't want to.
Okay. I don't know. I'll have to see.
It's a lot of movement if you're holding it a needle like a cannula, because then you got to move your hands around. I think you're better just to go in like a needle, just hold it and go.
Now I'm almost like, how do I hold a needle? I'm having this moment.
Just don't figure it's just a needle. So you go in, get underneath the dermis. Yep. There you go, straight across. And then you can kind of pick that up. Keep that straight, this angle.
Okay.
And then just pull back. Now, watch where your plunger is. See what you're doing? So your needle's coming up to the surface. You have to hold it in a straight plane. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
You have to go straight, or else you're going to be getting up in the dermis and it hurts and you'll pop out the skin. I mean,
And when I'm doing this, before I start injecting, am I okay to tint real quick and just check my placement?
sure,
Or,
you can.
Or,
And then you can push tissue if you want to onto there. There you go. And then pull back. And you want to be putting, a decent amount in there. So I feel like you should be using at least 0.3 total for all of that.
for this whole side.
And I think you've used about a 0.1 total. So you're not laying much product down.
Lay it down.
And you can just go back. Yep. Okay, good. Then just pull it out, and then we just, medical term, smush.
Right.
And then come do the same thing. See how pretty that looks? And then just come to the other.
Do you make your face like that again?
See? Yep.
That was fun.
Gives her a lot of support.
Okay, turn your head that way. Or this way, yeah.
See the difference when she makes the face? How this
Yeah.
really wrinkles and this one doesn't?
Yeah. Plunger up.
And then you can literally push that on there.
The
It's a-
pushing is, yeah.
It is.
Because I'm always thinking I get over there somehow.
Yep, and this can do it. And I just think it feels better to the patient than cannula, because you're not having to pop through that ligament. I was going to get y'all out some more needles. I think I've got more to leave you, or I thought I did.
What do you need?
Nothing. I don't need anything. I was going to leave y'all some more needles, but I don't know that I have any more. I got a couple more. Yeah. Everybody's got whiskers today. Everybody's the pussycat dolls. Need to leave. You don't want my hotel room. Here's some business cards too. If y'all ever feel free to always reach out. That's my cell phone that's on there, so text me.
It is.
Inch and a quarter. Here's some more right here. They're Excel, and I think that we get them from Henry Schein, but McKesson has them as well. Whoever you're using is. Huh?
Yeah, they're kind of starting to make my head and my neck set up.
I hate McKesson.
That's fine.
That's who we used to use, and we switched over to Henry Schein.
I was actually about to go shorter.
We get better pricing. They're better to deal with.
Anyone that I've heard that likes McKesson.
I was thinking of doing more like
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Macy.
Oh, you're
I
good.
just like ripped your hair out of your head.
we'll see.
All right, so
See what I do.
As smooth.
okay, so maybe put some more in, or let's just kind of look. You could also switch your needle and put a little bit more projection right here, just to kind of, to me, is what I would do, is I'd maybe bring that out just a tiny bit more. So just switch to a regular needle that we use. They were, yep. There you go. And then I would put the rest of that in project.
And so,
Midline.
because I'm projecting, I'm doing this way.
Yeah, because you want it to come out, not spread sideways or go down. So I would kind of, looking at it from me, I feel like coming right in there, just pinch that and project that out with that 0.3. Just making sure you're keeping it very, very straight and it doesn't go off to one side. Do you see why I think that that's the thing to do?
I do.
It just looks a little flat.
Yeah, it does. Yes.
They are like culture based. I don't think it really matters. It just shows you the difference in Lacey, you want one?
I got one. Thank you though.
And then aspirate well. So ascending arteries perfuse the inside of the mouth, the gum tissue underneath the tongue. I know 2 people who've had a patient start walking out the door and half their tongue's white. And those are harder to get rid of because it's in the mouth now somewhere and we don't know where the occlusion is. So I always, before a chin patient leaves, I pull their lip down, have them stick their tongue out at me, and just make sure everything's okay.
So if you did have one, are
Yeah.
you gonna just start throwing the Hylenex
So-
in the chin?
No, well, I would go some in the chin, but then take your BD needle and every centimeter, and this is what Leonie Schelke says will work, every centimeter in the tongue, if the tongue's white, you're just going to be putting Hylenex all the way through until it peakens back up.
So the tongue itself.
The tongue itself will be like split, part pink, part white. White.
You can Google that and you'll see really good pictures
Yeah.
of it. Literally, it's like.
Yeah.
Julie Bass Kaplan, she has one.
Yeah.
Steve
I feel like
Weiner
that's
had
terrible.
one.
What?
Yeah.
I bet that feels
I bet it
terrible.
was Steve
Sure.
when
Stick
I
your tongue
did
out
that.
again.
Yeah, he showed the picture, the
Yeah,
class.
that's probably what I'm talking
A said
about.
she was
But
checking out and he was talking, all of a sudden he was like, stick your tongue out, and it was like
half
all
white,
white.
That's a cool picture. Such
Yeah.
a cool picture.
No, it's fine.
Yep, you're good. You're fine. We would know.
What did you do the novella
The
with?
whole way home in the car, it's
I'm gonna be.
my tongue, Amanda.
We didn't do
Oh,
Vobella.
that's just where. Oh, okay.
That's where I accidentally opened it thinking it was velour.
Okay. So one question: do you notice, like right here, is that just like nitpicky, or is that?
No, I mean, she needs a little bit more there, but then you sort of think, is it worth opening a whole syringe
Right.
for that? Or next time you touch her up, do you want to just get that? Because both sides aren't symmetric.
Right.
And so she just has a little less volume there. I see exactly what you're talking about, but I think for the first treatment, I think this is great. She's going to need more projection. She's going to need a little bit more length, but I would, you know, again, for discomfort wise, I limit it to about what we did today.
Okay. Did you put how much in there?
When should I expect
We
it to
put a
start
full
getting
Volux and a full Voluma in there, and using all the
Volux
Vol
down here and
and Volux here too. And since we did Volux there, I just think we don't want to do too much. But it looks good. It's already making a difference.
And as long as you're aspirating right there, not normally you shouldn't have the tongue thing happen, right?
Right. Those run 6 millimeters off of midline.
So
We
straight
hope,
midline.
but I've seen them under ultrasound midline. And then when you're getting down here in the jaw, you can get them when you're coming along here because they run along here and then go up.
Oh yeah, I got a little chin there.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, it got me a chin.
That's where I always tell everybody, taking a cadaver class, you just have to take a good cadaver class.
Wait.
We've got a few seats left for ours in February that we're doing at a discount. If you're interested, let me know.
Yeah, I am.